Palantir's new analyst rating of a buy with a $29 price target seemed to be the talk of the town yesterday. So I'll give my thoughts on argument sentiment as well as some new transaction recently on Palantir after the positive price action as of recent. So yesterday we've got a couple SEC filings, which is kind of related to the sales I noted last week, since Laurenstad did get some of her RSUs vested without any immediate sales. Well, like clockwork, we got a couple sales here, and more interestingly, we have her indirect ownership through her spouse seeing some sales all too. Now, quantity-wise, this is not alarming at around 9,000 shares sold between the two of them, but we'll continue to monitor for more activity. As well as some small buying also by Kathy Wood, scooping up an additional 9,000 Palantir shares, so she seems to be dollar cost averaging still at these levels with this almost micro-transaction-like feeling, at least in the sense of the scale for her fund size. We'll also continue to monitor to see if she actually does any bigger transactions later on. Now next, we've got the initiated coverage by Argus Research, whom everyone was talking about yesterday. Argus Research initiated a buy rating on Palantir with a whopping $29 price target, one of the higher ones out of all the analysts. Now, from say $25, which was yesterday's close, that's around a 16% increase if they were to hit that target. So finding some quotes from the main sentiment really seems to be that Palantir has improving metrics over the past year that they liked, particularly pointing out the profitability, which we know is happening on a GAAP basis, and this is consistently and consecutively, which is keeping their S&P inclusion eligibility alive, as well as their cash flow, which keeps accumulating into their ever-growing cash pile on the balance sheet. And note, this is operationally so they aren't needing to take out loans or get cash by selling off assets, although the main argument is that the crutch from stock-based compensation for employees is making this better than it is. And for the business itself, they appear to be fans of the defense business they built up on the US side, and that they're expanding also to the commercial side, which is, and we've been seeing this continually pointed out by analysts, and that's also the same sentiment from yesterday with the $31 price target we also covered. And the common theme really is the main growth driver of the future will be commercial, even if they have a big stable government business. But they do have to have some caution here. Palantir is relying on this new wave of AI applications to expand their business, as well as many others trying to do the same. And also the shares themselves with their premium pricing lends them to be more volatile, since these expectations are already built into the pricing. But they point out that Palantir is highly differentiated, which is the positive note. And this really resonates with yesterday's video too that covered Palantir showing signs of an awesome business, but there is a valuation risk. Palantir has to execute, and I'm in the same boat here, at least in my personal opinion. But just because there's an execution risk, it doesn't mean you can't try to see past some of the quantitative shortfalls that still need to play out. You just need to adjust your tolerance for the position with that added risk, and then try to see the things that may be doing well and appear to be early clues to offset that. Like say, for example, the stickiness of their solution that can expand to revenues faster later on down the line after the market initially implements Palantir. Or some of the quality customer names, or even how Palantir is adapting to the market that they're trying to serve, like AIP boot camps and all the new stuff that they're releasing. But yeah, this is still a long way to go to play out, but it's interesting to see the different price targets given by these analysts, although you have to take it with a grain of salt. But what are your thoughts below? And I'll see you in the next video.